feel like if I start off the video by like first turning on the camera, then slowly backing up, to give the video a little more realism to it. Realism. Yeah, that's a word. Close enough. Kofi Kingston lost his WWE Championship on the SmackDown debut episode on Fox. But it's not the fact that Kofi lost his title. We all knew he was gonna lose it. He was facing Brock Lesnar, bruh. Like, what did you expect? It's the length of the match is what people are really complaining about. The match is literally this. Kofi charges at Brock, F5, new champ. What? His big storyline started back in February of this year that was built Kofi as the biggest underdog in professional wrestling, leading to the culmination of him winning the WWE Championship. An 11-year journey was taken away after a 180-day reign, which was pretty good, but it was taken away in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It took that man 11 years to get to that moment. Held it for a good amount of time, but he lost it in 10 seconds in the biggest match, maybe besides the Mania match, of his life. I love WWE, I love pro wrestling, but these are the moments that just make you frustrated. It's like, why don't I just watch hockey more often? Personally, I haven't cried at a wrestling match since like Melina versus Alicia Fox. That was a tear-jerking moment. It still gets me to this day how Melina came out looking like she's had a third grade play as a Native American for Thanksgiving and she won the Divas Championship. But seriously, I can't remember the last time I got physically emotional watching a wrestling match up until Kofi won that championship. I actually cried. I'm okay with admitting that. I was really happy. Leave me alone. Never in my lifetime in WWE or a major pro wrestling company, and outside of WWE, my only other option was TNA growing up. Never have I seen a man that looks like me become the world champion. Sure, The Rock was world champion. Yes, Mark Henry was world champion. I'm talking about the top title. I love you, Mark, but I'm talking about the top belt. So to see that moment and see it in person was a tear-jerking episodic moment in my life. Then again, you realize everything's kind of scripted and you're like, whoa, I really just cried at a male soap opera. I am a little which I'm okay with. But to get back on point, people are assuming that WWE is definitely racist because Kofi lost his belt. Get that crap out of your head. They're not racist. I don't think. Let's hope not. But this alongside Hell in a Cell, which is tonight, by the way, so good luck, Fiend. Better get that belt. This has been one of the craziest weeks in professional wrestling. Raw had a season premiere. They got a really cool set. They kind of looks like a warp wall American Ninja Warrior. SmackDown just moved to Fox. They have a really cool looking set. It kind of looks like a car just drove straight down the old one. On top of wrestling outside of WWE and of course NXT moving to USA Network, which is amazing. Lio Rush is back. Yes! Rusev's back. Yes! Lashley kissed Lana. Yeah! Okay, Rusev's a cuck now. Canelo status. Dang it. But NXT's on the USA Network and NXT's so good. Whoa, just, oh my God. Impact Wrestling, which has been the most underrated company of this year so far. They've had some amazing storylines going on. But they just recently signed a deal with Access TV, so we know that they're definitely gonna rev their crap up ×2. If you guys aren't watching Impact Wrestling, you need to. It's really good. Also, the NWA filmed the first ever studio episodes or studio wrestling episodes in the same place that Georgia Championship Wrestling used to air their program, which is gonna be called NWA Power. It comes out on Tuesday. It's gonna be really dope. I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's just awesome. Ring of Honor, they're still kicking it. I mean, they have a new world champion of Roosh, which is so cool. I've been wanting that guy to be world champion for a long time now, so I'm really happy. And of course, AEW is now on TNT. They had their debut episode. It was amazing. I was there. It was the last video that was uploaded on this channel. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw it. Let's go, Sammy! Woo! Give him that bubbly! Woo! I like to have fun at wrestling shows, guys, all right? If I'm paying to be somewhere, I am going to enjoy myself. But with a week of crazy wrestling, it all ended with the idea that Brock Lesnar is now our WWE champion and Kofi Kingston just got jobbed out. And frankly, to me, while looking at WWE now, they have the cool sets and stuff. It's amazing season premieres, network debuts, cool, dandy with me. They're still converting back to these old storylines that they always do. You build an underdog up for so long, and when that time is finally up for him, he gets dropped off the face of the earth and off the card. Give me another example of this, Malcolm. When did this happen last? 2016. I don't know if you still remember him because he won a title at WrestleMania actually, but no one really cared. His reign was absolutely abysmal, and he fell off the card since. Zack Ryder. The exact same scenario as Kofi Kingston. Zack Ryder wasn't supposed to be in the championship match that he was before he got in it. In that WrestleMania 32 Intercontinental Championship ladder match, Neville was supposed to be in there, or Pac. Zack Ryder replaced him because Neville got hurt because he was facing Chris Jericho and he broke his leg or something, and Ryder wasn't supposed to be there. Mustafa Ali got a concussion from Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston got into that match. Storyline converted to Kofi Kingston. Kofi wasn't supposed to be there, but he was at the end of the day, and he's getting screwed over again. While the aftermath of Zack Ryder and Kofi Kingston's title reigns were obviously different, Zack held his for not even a day, maybe 22 hours. And Kofi obviously held his for like 6 months, which is incredible. I'm very happy for that. He really was built as a great WWE champion for someone who was probably the most, besides Jinder, for someone who won the title, you never expect him to win the belt, and now that he has it, it's still kind of weird to see him as champion, but it's also really dope. He needed to be booked the way that he was, because if he wasn't, if he had lost matches, he would have been a horrible champion, because a lot of people still take him as a mid-carder just holding the world title. If anything, WWE, this better establish Kofi as a main eventer for the rest of his career. Maybe move down the card a little bit, but always go back up to main event when necessary. But what I'm afraid of is that, well, since Lesnar's champion, if Kofi has to face Lesnar again, maybe for a rematch or something like that, it's not gonna go well. He's not gonna win, he's gonna get destroyed again. And then what's next for Kofi Kingston? Intercontinental Championships? We've done that a million times over. What is actually left for him? He has to be a main eventer. The New Day's not gonna break up anytime soon, so there's no storyline for that. The New Day still pulls a lot of money and a lot of viewers for WWE, so they are not going to break them up anytime soon. But if Kofi isn't in a main event spotlight, what is actually left for him? He's gonna fall off the card again, just like any other time with Kofi. Finally gets somewhere, and the second that it's over, it's actually over and over for a year or two. Outside of New Day winning tag team titles, every time Kofi has won a championship, the second he loses it, he becomes absolutely nothing again. He ends up on main event and on Superstars. And don't say it can't happen to him because he's a world champion now. Do you remember who was like the 3rd or 4th guy to ever win a 24/7 championship? Huh? Jinder. And the thing is, I know it's gonna happen as much as I don't want it to. Look at what WWE's already doing. They already put Kofi out that title picture. He's already out of it. Sure, he might get an opportunity to be #1 contender again. Maybe he might get another championship match. Maybe. But if Lesnar's holding that title and he has this contender that we're gonna talk about in a second, Kofi's not coming anywhere close to that title at all. And after 6 months go by and he's still not in that title picture, no one's going to care anymore. You can say you'll still care, but in 6 months, do people still like Becky Lynch the same way they liked Becky Lynch before she won those belts? It's the truth. While climbing to the championship and the winning of the title is so cool, the aftermath of the title reign and really the aftermath after they lose the title is what shows how WWE values their actual performers. Because if John Cena or CM Punk or Daniel Bryan or Roman, if they drop their WWE championship, they're not going that far down the card. But in one segment, because that really wasn't a match, we're already watching Kofi kind of getting pushed out of that title picture, because now Brock Lesnar's new #1 contender, most likely, is going to be Cain Velasquez. And he's legit. He's really legit. If you guys don't like UFC, if you guys don't watch MMA or UFC, then you probably don't know who he is. But Cain Velasquez, he beat people up. I mean, he a bad man. Of course, WWE made a big deal about this because, for one, Cain Velasquez is a big wrestling fan. He has some history in wrestling. If you guys don't already know it, I'm sure you guys probably know about it already. But he got into that ring and he put the hands on Lesnar. And given that he has a history of pro wrestling now, and based off rumors, it might even be happening at Crown Jewel, which is really disappointing. I don't want to see that Crown Jewel. To me, it makes more sense for a Survivor Series, but that's beyond my pay grade because I don't get paid at all. But if you have Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez fighting for the WWE Championship, do you think Kofi Kingston's getting a title shot anytime soon? I don't think so. And even with that, honestly, Rey Mysterio's a more valuable #1 contender now because there's a real story for it than it is for Kofi to get a rematch against Brock. And you know, I'm not wrong. Honestly, Rey Mysterio most likely will be the next actual wrestler that's not a former UFC guy to challenge Lesnar for that title, because it actually makes a lot more sense than Kofi actually getting a rematch. The point of this entire rant is that I feel like as much WWE is really trying to change, really trying to expand the market, sometimes they're just so business savvy that they kind of forget what's just right sometimes, you know? What is just right in the eyes of the fans, and the majority of fans at least. And not the fact of having Kofi lose that title, but having Kofi lose that title the way he did and get kicked out of the main event picture, the way he's being kicked out right now, he's gonna drop out of that main event picture very soon, and he's gonna go back to just being New Day member Kofi Kingston with the pancakes, the unicorns, and another tag team title reign. It was really fun while it lasted. He really deserved it. I'm so proud of the fact I got to see a black man be WWE champion, but I like the idea of Cain versus Brock for the title. That's actually really cool. With these cool moments, you can't just forget about the people that kind of been in the trenches this entire time, not just the guy that's been at home every day, and a guy who again has never been in WWE before fight over the top title. I respect Kane, been watching the stuff he's been doing in AAA, it's really dope. I just don't like how Kofi's being treated. I know what's gonna happen next. It's just the writing is on the wall. He's gonna fall out the main event picture. Yeah, that's just my mini rant on it, I guess. I don't know. I just don't want to see WWE go back to these ways that they've done a million times over. If it's not Roman, if it's not Cena, if it's not one of the bigger guys that they market 24/7, then when they fall out the main event, they're gone from the main event for a long time. Yeah, well, he'll smell while it lasted. Love you, Kofi, but you hate to see it sometimes. You hate to see it.
We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a MuscleManMalcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a MuscleManMalcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.